What's up guys, today we're gonna be having a very nice change of pace because we are going to be playing Persona 5 The Phantom X because the gaming landscape is changing, and believe it or not, I believe that this is the kind of things that are going to become the norm in the future, and there's a very specific reason why you should care. With that in mind, we are going to be playing Persona 5 The Phantom X. The game has just hit the global release, and I wish One Piece Fighting Pass would do the same. Because yes, Persona 5 The Phantom X is a gacha game that you can play on your Android device and on your computer. It's totally free to play, much like Genshin Impact and Wuthering Wave and Solo Leveling and all those types of games. And there is a game like that for One Piece, but it never got released outside of China. So Persona 5 has just hit global release, and I've been playing it on my own for my own enjoyment, but I like the series so much I want to share this with other people, so I'm gonna be playing the Persona 5X scenario with you guys and making a brand new account. I'm gonna be totally free to play on this, just to make it a statement that you can do this and you don't need to pay anything to play those types of games. And like I said, there is a pretty hefty argument to be made why you should care about game as a service, and why Persona 5 The Phantom X is actually a big step in the right direction. We're gonna talk about this, but first let's dive into the game. Bit of a disclaimer also, we're gonna be making two versions of this video. There's gonna be the long version where it's uncut as is, and then we're also gonna be making a more digestible format for YouTube. I'm gonna stop at a specific point because I want to show you guys some stuff, and I'm gonna shut up for now and let you enjoy the scenario. So of course, those of you who knows, this is the intro to Persona 5, the original. The music still slapped just as much as back in the days. Of course, the intro is gonna be more like tutorial heavy. You're gonna learn combat and everything and all that. It's not that complicated. It's a turn-based RPG. So a lot of people have been like claiming Clair Obscur is like super good and really refreshing to the genre. Persona 5 was also in its own right a very refreshing take on the turn-based system. So this already like begs the question, are we friends with the Phantom Thieves or are we foes? Because I mean, he was out to get him like real hard, and just the animation, just if I can just make like a small parenthesis here, the animation alone for that scene was like chef's kiss. So that's where we choose our names. So let's write ours, and me personally, I would still gonna be inputting like anything. Geek, because that's how we roll, baby.
Ah, 自己紹介が遅れたね。私のことはイゴールと呼んでいただこう。 そしてこの者の名はメロペ。私に仕える従者だ。
メロペである。よろしくお願い申し上げておく。
She's actually one of the best design I think that we've saw for Velvet Room attendants. Lavenza was one very interesting as well with the two twins before her. Okay, so he didn't say what he wanted to say, but basically the game and what the Velvet Room kind of hint at is that this game is going to be focused on desire and the lack of desire, meaning people will lose their motivation, they will lose desire for pretty much everything, and that's where the game starts. Oh, she's pissed. She's totally pissed that we have no plan for the future. Okay. Yeah, so I was saying, like, for now, let's just enjoy a bit of the game and the base of the story, basically, because remember, this is a service game, so there's gonna be a point where we're gonna have to stop and do all the stuff, but that's okay because there's a ton of content actually in the game. Like, I'm just saying right now, just observing that this is nice to have the official translation, because when you were using the AI stuff 1 year ago, this would get like so mistranslated that it would take like all this space, and it gets like very not readable. So it's nice to finally have something proper to be able to play the game instead of having to rely on AI to do that. I wonder, like, she really looks the same as the girl that we saw in the intro, so I wonder if down the line she's one of those that are becoming Phantom Thieves with us. Yeah, thanks, Tanemura I don't remember her name already. Let's go down. Yeah, I remember this, like, it was so dark, so fast in this game. Like any Persona game, there's always like serious stuff that is that is framed as subject in this game, and it got dark very fast. So yeah, she's the girl we just passed. Yeah. And so you can see, like, this girl, like, was so touched and fed up, she decided to jump from a building, and this is the reaction she gets from the public. Yeah, she's good, she'll probably live. Yeah, something is very, very wrong indeed, especially because you can totally see this happening in real life, and that's a shame. Also, you can see, like, he has sort of a desire to act on this and try to help, but he just wants to go home because that's the premise of the game. The desire to act, even to help, has been stolen from humanity.
Yappari, omae de yokatta nda na. Yakusoku doori, ai ni kite yatta. Hitotsu chukoku shite yaru ga. 見えてないってことともともと備わっていないこととは別物だ。
Dude just slammed people in the train with his bicycle.
無作為の侵入にしては、ああ、お前の名前は知っている。
Yes, it is. That's actually my real name. Oh, that's so bad. Like, I still like Lufel as a name, but Luffy was kind of very funny at the time with the AI translation.
いいからついてこい。今はわしを味方だと思って。
Yeah, let's follow the weird owl, talking owl that we've met on the train while getting run over by bicycle.
希望さえ抱けなくなったものがもちろん今すぐに世界
Yeah, but eventually, like, humanity will collapse.
人そしてよく
Oh, too bad we get interrupted. It's interesting, like, playing this multiple times because there's some bits of the scenario that you don't get at first. Like, apparently all the shadows in Mementos are controlled by one person. That still hits like so hard. Dude might be spitting his ribs right now.
"今のお前は本来のお前ではないとしたら?"
あなたも自分で声をかける選択を忘れない方がいいと思うわよ。
お前には取られているものがある。それは本来お前のためだけにあったもの。
無欲は時に君が君自身を放棄することにもなりうる。
自己を偽り忘却し己が意志を捨て続ける。今のお前は自身がどう見えている？どうする？ここで物語の結末を迎えるというのなら、それもまたお前の選択。今一度お前に問おう。取られた側のまま未来すら手放し命をも捨てる。その選択で良いのだな。
Of course, we'll reclaim what's ours. We refuse that.
お前
己の意志で無欲と決別してみせてくれ。選択したのであればつかめるはずだ。恐れるな。誰に何を言われようと見えているなら掴み取ればいい。
No.
「まさか」
よもや今日という日を迎えられようとはな。我が名はヤノシーク。その魅力で荒ぶる欲望を滑る者。今より我らはこのベルトさながらに固く結ばれることになる。さあ契約だ。我は何じゃ。
Nanja, ware.
目にものみ
The music still slapped like just as hard as P5 when it got out. Also, like, I have this weird feeling because that's the third time that I've played this intro, and Yano 6 VA, I feel I know his voice, but I cannot for the life of me pin who this is and what voice I know this from. If you have any idea of who this is, leave it down in the comments below, because I've scratched my head. I tried googling it for 5 minutes and it didn't turn up anything, and I had so many other stuff to do I just gave up. But if you know who that VA is, please leave it in the comments down below. So here, so we have the regular attack that we've done, and each character has a highlight, which is sort of your ultimate. It charges up over time, and when it's charged, you can use it. So pretty flashy. Another fight! Right when we're about to leave.
効率のいい倒し方を教えておく。
Yes, knock down the enemy, because Persona games, as well as Shin Megami Tensei ones, there's this mechanic of weakness and strength, where if you hit the weakness of an enemy, it gets down, and then you get an all-out attack. So we're just gonna like bottom pass to Wonder, do another hit, get another knockdown with the weakness, and even kill the enemy. Yeah, so we got all the tutorials packed up here, and for every tutorial that you consult, you're gonna gain some meta jewels, which is the currency of the game to pull the characters later on. We'll see when we get there, of course. Mwah! Don't worry, Luffel, it's okay. We're still in the tutorial phase.
ノブロイを出す。
I like how his persona is like a little Gundam of himself. Oh, I'm healing myself with music right now.
使うぞ。
さっきの強力な攻撃が来る。防御でしのぐんだ。
Yeah, don't worry. So right now we're just following the tutorials anyway, so might as well just vibe to the music.
わしのペルソナ。
So we got the one more. Button touch to Wonder. And now that all three parts of the monsters are down, we're gonna get the all-out attack. Anything, I'll leave the finishing blow to you. Yeah, should have called me Geek-kun instead. All-out attack, let's go, baby. Yeah, but I mean you're now.
ご名答。わしが
Why are you an owl?
あれってフクロウ？
Yeah. I'm passing for weirdos here, so can you fly away?
目立つことは
I still have so many questions, but please fly away.
それを終え
Eh. No need to hit me for that. Anything, Cocoon? So that's the intro of the game. We're gonna be doing a tiny bit more for a very specific reason. So here we're prompted to go home. There's a bunch of stuff that unlocks that we can now do, but we're just gonna be following this right here for the time being. So we're gonna take the train to our home, so that's gonna be that location. Let's just go. We can quit travel, and quickly before we move on, might I say that this is actually like super shocking to me to have this home right here in the game as our base. You can cook behind there, you can study here as well, and later on you can garden. And so the reason I want you to go to this specific point right here, you need to stop everything that you're doing, because what we're going to discuss right now is going to be important. First and foremost, this is the point where you will re-roll in this game if you do so choose. Now, what is re-rolling? Re-rolling is a term specifically for gacha games like Genshin Impact, Wuthering Wave, Honkai Star Rails, Endless Zone Zero, and all of those types of games. You can re-roll, and what that means is this game runs on banners where you pull for character, just like a gachapon in Japan, those little like stuff where you put coins in them, you turn and you get various figurines. That's the same kind here. There's a banner which we give coins and we get a character back. Now, you do want to have the best character possible when you start the game. Now, it's not forced to do that in this game or in any others. You're not forced to reroll, but if you want to reroll, this is the point where you stop everything you're doing and you reroll. So I'm gonna close this video right here, and we're gonna take over in the next video where I will go through the process of rerolling before going further with the scenario. So thank you all for following this playthrough of Persona 5 X, if we could call it that, because this is going to be a service game, but either way, I like the game very much. There's a ton of stuff to do, there's a ton of stuff to discover. You see that shelf right there? Yeah, you can collect gachapon in your gacha game and display them on that shelf with backgrounds and stuff. This is just so cool. But either way, this was the introduction to Persona 5 X. We're gonna be making more videos. We're gonna do all the content that there is to it. We're gonna be making guides if we can on all the characters that we know are coming and might be interesting. But for now, we're gonna move on to the rerolls, and then we'll pick up the scenario and go to bed. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. And if you see it, I mean the video was at the very least entertaining to you, so please leave a like and also subscribe to the channel to never miss anything geek. See you in part 2.